Hello, hello. I think you're first, Gaunt. Or at the very least, the first to speak up. How's your evening going so far? Or it is evening for you, right? Sometimes I get people's time zones a little mixed up. Nightbot doing its job. Hi, Sugar. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Good. All of the things are reading as they should. And I'm going to do the 3 minutes of Twitch ads right now before too many others come in. That way we can get the pre-rolls off. Currently at 46 demos. Oh, going good. Trying to get through as many Next Fest demos as possible. What's Next Fest? I seem to remember a couple people doing indie demos the last maybe weekish. It's Steam's Demo Fest? Oh. I think... I wonder... Can you possibly send me the list? It has about 2,000 demos? Oh, that is... wow. That's a little, whew. Really is a matter of getting eyes and hands on your... could you possibly send it in Discord? It's coming up as asterisks because I don't let people send... Actually, wait a minute. Can I allow you... Mod actions... There is a way to do... I guess I can't do it right now. As far as I know, there's a way to change a user's permissions for like a minute or two so that they can throw out links. I don't remember who it was that did that I saw. Do you have my Discord, by the way? Well, you are on the list, right? Let's see. Yeah, there you are. I usually don't have the members list up on my Discord, on my Discord window. So I usually just have 2 Discord windows side by side. Oh, can you throw the demo link to the link that you threw out into the Discord instead? And you put it in the games channel? Oh, okay, that works. There it is. February 23 to March 3rd. Oh, it's almost done. That does explain why I was seeing some of the streamers that I know do a lot of demos, though. Just over 2K demos. Gods. Yeah, that is kind of amazing. Okay. Although many devs will keep their stuff up. Hmm. Just the official celebration event thing is until March 3rd. March 3rd, 10 Pacific time. All right, let's see. Did I forget to do... Pause that. Oh, hi Raven. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Let us see. I was meaning to do something. Right. That's what I was meaning to do. I was going to make a little YouTube post real quick, see if that'll draw in a few more people. So I know YouTube has not been particularly nice to my streams recently, whether they're music or gaming, so... Alright, I think that's all the tech stuff that I need to do done already. Can't promise mascot agency might be up your alley. 'Tis silly. Let me open up... let's see, Steam... Promise mascot agency. And there we go. Interesting. And thank you for that, Gaunt. Oh! Hello, hello, Ro. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Raiders. The promised raid has arrived. The darling of Next Fest seems to be a game called Haste, but it depends on how much you like fast running. That's... Oh, thank you for the gift, Sub Holly. Thank you, thank you. And also welcome to the stream. Hi, Lunar Kitten. Oh, give me a sec, cough. Okay, I'm back. Really nice having the yes, Aurora? What are you complaining about? Do you need attention? It's nice having the mixing board to my left here, so I can just be doing stuff and then need to cough, and I can just pull the main volume down. Yeah. Hi, Vilafar. Welcome, welcome. So we are going to do a little bit of story time. I've pulled up some books from the Elder Scrolls. And I think the longest one should probably only be 5 or 10 minutes. The shortest should be maybe 3. And we'll go through those for a little while. And then get started on gaming. Oh, bless you, Aurora. Elder Scrolls, you have my attention? Oh. Let's see, what? I always make adorable cat noises, narrow it down. Holy adorable cat noises. Am I talking about the actual cat, an actual cat? Or Ro? Who knows? Psst, 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 psst. Okay. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Lunar again. All right, so let's get started. And also, if you have any recommendations for little excerpts that you'd like me to read, just go ahead and put it in chat. We'll see if we can find it. Kind of like my sight reading stuff, right? And we'll put it in the queue and get around to reading it. Are you all right, Aurora? Why does the walk on the little ones work on the little ones so well? On cats? Who knows? I'm curious. So, I have, I think, 5 pieces from the Elder Scrolls. Surfeit of Thieves, Night of Tears, Nightingale's Fact or Fiction, Mystery of Talara, Book 1, and A Minor Maze. Hi, Bree. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Oh yeah, if you're on Fetty, I have the Fetty post up. Boosts help a ton. On YouTube, of course, the little likey button and the sub buttons help a ton as well. And let's get started here. Boosted? It's interesting because on between Fetty and League, boosted means 2 very, very different things. So let's do Nightingale's Fact or Fiction first. So this is... Oh, Gaunt, you think you have something incredibly silly? By all means, toss it in chat and we'll see what we can do. Rose still detonated from the... Alright, let's see. Nightingales, Fact or Fiction? Mention the word nightingale to any thief worth their salt and they'd laugh in your face. They'd tell you that the supposed avengers of the Daedric Lord Nocturnal are nothing but fictional characters who live nowhere else but within tales designed to scare young footpads into doing what they're told. But are they fictional, or simply misunderstood? While it's true that most scholars would scoff at the notion of a holy sect appearing within the normally unethical and unorganized rabble that is the Thieves' Guild, evidence suggests that such a group existed at the time within the borders of Skyrim. 120 years before the publication of this tome, a corpse was discovered wearing a strange suit of armor that was described as forged midnight. The tattered armor bore a crest of some sort, the symbol of a bird embracing a circle of undetailed blackness. The remains and the armor were taken to the College of Winterhold for study, but mysteriously vanished only a day after it arrived. The crest from this armor was circulated around Skyrim for years, but identification proved almost impossible. Then the most unlikely of sources, a prisoner incarcerated within the mines of Markarth, claimed that it was the mark of a group of thieves who called themselves the Nightingales. When pressed for more information, the prisoner claimed that the Nightingales were warriors of Nocturnal and performed her bidding without question. He claimed his source was someone he knew within the Thieves' Guild of Skyrim, but he refuses to identify them by name, so his story was quickly dismissed. The second piece of evidence pointing to the existence of the Nightingales exists to this day just outside of Riften, discovered at the terminus of a short pathway off of the main road stands a stone of unidentified blackened material. Carved into its face is the same avian symbol previously found on the dark suit of armor. To those that subscribed to the evident existence of the Nightingales, this was thought to be some sort of meeting place. To others, this symbol was once again dismissed as a hoax or simply a diversion created by the Thieves' Guild. The final and most controversial sample of evidence is a passage found scrawled on the inside of a cell wall in Whiterun. The cell had previously been occupied by a dummer named Lorthus. The cell had previously been occupied by a dummer named Larthus, who was incarcerated for murder and was set for execution. After the deed was performed and Lorthus' cell was examined, the following was found etched into one of the stone blocks. "Take my hand, Lady Nocturnal, for it's my will to serve you. As a nightingale, I'm born anew. Let my past echo our triumph." This is the first and only time that a solid connection between Nocturnal and the Nightingale has been made. The unusual nature of the passage, the religious connotations towards Nocturnal made by a career criminal, kept discussions lively for years regarding the possibilities of this group actually existing. Sadly, since not a single passage of evidence beyond this has surfaced to date, this exciting discovery faded into obscurity and the debate subsided. With these scant samples of evidence, conclusions are difficult to formulate. All we're left with are more questions than answers. Can religion and thievery coexist? Does the Daedric Lord Nocturnal have active agents roaming Skyrim with a no doubt nefarious purpose? Does the Thieves' Guild have extensive knowledge of the Nightingales, but remain sworn to secrecy? Perhaps one day the answers to these questions will be revealed, but at present it falls to you, the reader, to decide whether the Nightingales are fact or merely fiction. And that is Nightingales, Fact or Fiction. It's a book, I believe, which is only available in Skyrim. A lot of books are available in Morrowind, Oblivion, and then Skyrim, but that one is only Skyrim. Ro, first of all, how dare you in response to the detonated from the Holly, fight me. And thank you for the resub, Sugar. Thank you. It helps a ton. That will keep food on my table. Or my desk, depending on who is sick in the house. Or in the bowl, in the case of cats. Well, multiple bowls. I can't just have all three of them fighting over one bowl. Awesome! Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Oh, it's gone to melting. Well, I honestly feel like getting tea and listening to this before bed. Oh. I also didn't realize that my background music, which I tend to like a lot of the calmer stuff from Skyrim, it fits this perfectly. Do it. We have plenty more reading to go. Yesterday I read for nearly 45 minutes. A peachy heart emote? Aw. Oh, that's the same streamer that has the what do you call it? The Sailor Moon emotes. That settles it. You're getting some bedtime tea. Glad to hear it. Gaunt, I was going to link you to the 40k Orc Science subreddit, but It'll make zero sense to anyone outside of 40k lore. Let's take a gander at it anyway. Holly, at Row, get some hot chocolate to match Tavi's voice? What is my voice? Oh my, those Sailor Moon emotes. Oh, I love the thirst one. That's perfect. Just that drool. Let's see, what shall we go with for the next book? Since we're on thievery in Skyrim, let's go with the Surfeit of Thieves. 40k Orc Science is just a place for people to roleplay orcs in 40k for no reason other than being silly. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I guess roleplay is maybe a little harder for me to read aloud, as opposed to text that has been written specifically to be read, like a book. Oh. Okay. So this is called the Surfeit of Thieves. This looks interesting, said Indic, his eyes narrowing to observe the black caravan making its way to the spires of the secluded castle. A gaudy, alien coat of arms marked each carriage, the lacquer glistening in the light of the moons. Who do you suppose they are? They're obviously well off, smiled his partner, Horea. Perhaps some new imperial cult dedicated to acquisition of wealth. Go into town and find out what you can about the castle, said Indic. I'll see if I can learn anything about who these strangers are. We meet on this hill tomorrow night. Horea had two great skills: picking locks and picking information. By dusk the following day, she had returned to the hill. Indic joined her an hour later. The place is called Ald Olira, she explained. It dates back to the Second Era when a collection of nobles built it to protect themselves during one of the epidemics. They didn't want any of the diseased masses to get into their midst and spread the plague, so they built up quite a sophisticated security system for the time. Of course, it's mostly fallen into ruin. But I have a good idea about what kind of locks and traps might still be operational. What did you find out? I wasn't nearly so successful, frowned Indic. No one seemed to have any idea about the group. Even that we're here. I was about to give up, but at the Charterhouse I met a monk who said that his masters were a hermetic group called the Order of Saint Ednua. I talked to him for some time, and this fellow named Parathion, and it seems they're having some sort of ritual feast tonight. Are they wealthy? Asked Horea impatiently. Embarrassingly so, according to the fellow. But they're only at the castle for tonight. I have pics on me, winked Horea. Opportunity has smiled on us. She drew a diagram of the castle in the dirt. The main hall and kitchen were near the front gate, and the stables and secured armory were in the back. The thieves had a system that never failed. Horea would find a way into the castle and collect as much loot as possible, while Indic provided the distraction. He waited until his partner had scaled the wall before rapping on the gate. Perhaps this time he would be a bard or a lost adventurer. The details were most fun to improvise. Horea heard Indic talking to the woman who came to the gate, but she was too far away to hear the words exchanged. He was evidently successful, A moment later, she heard the door shut. The man had charm. She would give him that. Only a few of the traps and locks to the armory had been set. Undoubtedly, many of the keys had been lost in time. Whatever servants had been in charge of securing the Order's treasures had brought a few new locks to fix. It took extra time to maneuver the intricate hasps and bolts of the new traps before proceeding to the old but still working systems, but Haraya found her heart beating with anticipation. Whatever lay beyond those doors, she thought, must be of sufficient value to merit such protection. When at last the door swung quietly open, the thief found her avaricious dreams paled to reality. A mountain of golden treasures, ancient relics glimmering with untapped magicka, weaponry of matchless quality, gemstones the size of her fist, row after row of strange potions, and stacks of valuable documents and scrolls. She was so enthralled by the sight, she did not hear the man approach behind her. "You must be Lady Tressed," said the voice, and she jumped. It was a monk in a black hooded robe, intricately woven with silver and gold threads. For a moment she could not speak. This was the sort of encounter that Indic loved, but she could think to do nothing but nod her head with what she hoped looked like certainty. I'm afraid I'm a little lost," she stammered. "I can see that," the man laughed. "That's the armory. I'll show you the way to the dining hall. We were afraid you weren't going to arrive. The feast is nearly over." Haraya followed the monk across the courtyard to the double doors leading to the dining hall. A robe identical to the one he was wearing hung on a hook outside, and he handed it to her with a knowing smile. She slipped it on. She mimicked him as she lowered the hood over her head and entered the hall. Torches illuminated the figures within around the large table. Each wore the uniform black robe that covered all features, and from the look of things the feast was over. Empty plates, platters, and glasses filled every inch of the wood, with only the faintest spots and dribbles of the food remaining. It was a breaking of a fast, it seemed. For a moment, Haraya stopped to think about poor, lost Lady Tressed, who had missed her opportunity for gluttony. The only unusual item on the table was its centerpiece, a huge golden hourglass, which was on its last minute's worth of sand. Though each person looked alike, some were sleeping, some were chatting merrily to one another, and one was playing a flute. Oh, a lute. My apologies. Indic's lute, as she noticed, and then noticed Indic's ring on the man's finger. Haraya was suddenly grateful for the anonymity of the hood. Perhaps Indic would not realize that it was she, and that she had blundered. "Tressed," said the young man to the assembled, who turned as one to her and burst into applause. The conscious members of the order arose to kiss her hand and introduce themselves. Nödler, Swillik, Kyler. The names got stronger. Toniop, Hetilitz, Noitarab. She could not help laughing. "I understand. It's all backwards. Your real names are Adrian, Slaus, Relic, Poinot, Stillith, Parathion." "Of course. Won't you have a seat?" Say, giggled Harai, getting into the spirit of the mask and taking an empty chair. I suppose that when the hourglass runs out, the backwards names go back to normal? That's right, Tressid, said the woman next to her. It's just one of our order's little amusements. This castle seemed like the appropriate ironic venue for our feast, devised as it was to shun the plague victims who are, in their way, a walking dead. Haraya felt herself lightheaded from the odor of the torches and bumped into the sleeping man next to her. He fell face forward onto the table. Poor Asroak Sirif, said a neighboring man, helping to prop the body up. He's given us so much. Haraya stumbled to her feet and began walking uncertainly for the front gate. Where are you going, Tressid? Asked one of the figures, his voice taking on an unpleasant, mocking quality. My name isn't Tressid, she mumbled, gripping Indic's arm. I'm sorry, partner. We need to go. The last crumb of sand fell in the hourglass as the man pulled back his hood. It was not Indic. It was not even human, but a stretched grotesquerie of a man with hungry eyes and a wide mouth filled with tusk-like fangs. Haraya fell back into the chair of the figure they called Asroak Srif. His hood fell open, revealing the pallid, bloodless face of Indic. As she began to scream, they fell on her. In her last living moment, Haraya finally spelled Tressid backwards. That was the Thief's Surfeit. Quite a few horror stories in the Elder Scrolls books. I think last night there was a vampire story. And the thief story, the thieves in that one didn't go well for her either. Ro, I'd like to share with you all that I am back with nighty-night tea in a mug with cat ears my partner gave me. Ooh, what sort of tea? And do you have a little honey in it? Oh, Holly with the cozy emotes. Rose, seriously, right? Meanwhile, I'm warm enough that I've actually taken off my robe a little bit, at least off the shoulders. It's herbal tea called Nighty Night. Oh, no honey this time? That's fair, that's fair. Especially for, I suppose, bedtime. If you actually want to have the tea in bed and then fall asleep, it's just better to not have the honey or sugar. Cozy. Let's see. Let us read. Let's see. A minor maze. So this is a fairly short. Oh, sorry, I misspelled sweat. No, we're not playing a PvP game. We're not sweaty, right? I mean, I might be just a smidge, but so this is less a story and more a book about the maze of Shalador, which Shalador is, in Skyrim lore, the founder of the Mages Guild. And if you play the Mages, the College of Winterhold storyline, you do run into him. Well, in concept, not as a figure. But this speaks of Shalador's Labyrinth, which I believe was his final test for mages in the college. I forgot whether it was an entry exam or whether it was an exam to advance to a certain level. But here is a minor maze. Labyrinthian's modern notoriety was gained in the early part of the Third Era. Part of the Staff of Chaos was recovered from the Labyrinthian, which became instrumental in the overthrow of Jagar Tharn, ending the Imperial Simulacrum. The site has since become embedded in the minds of all subjects of the Empire, and the ruins are occasionally visited by loyalist pilgrims retracing the steps of the Eternal Champion. The namesake of Labyrinthian is somewhat less commonly known, however. The foreboding ruins were originally built as a temple to the dragon. This grew into Bromjanar, a great city of that era. Bromjanar is believed by some to have been the capital of Skyrim at the height of the dragon's cult's influence there. Little historical record exists to verify or refute this, but it is known that the highest-ranking priests of the cult met at the Labyrinthian to discuss matters of ruling. Bromjanar crumbled, however, along with the rest of the dragon cult, and the site lay abandoned for many years, a deteriorating reminder of those benighted days for the Nords. Not until the days of Shalador would the ruins come into use again. Shalador the Archmage was famous for his exploits in the First Era. Various tales tell of him battling Dwemer legions single-handedly, building the city of Winterhold with a whispered spell, stealing the secret of life from Akatosh, or constructing Labyrinthian himself. While many Shalador legends are hyperbole or outright fabrication, we can discover some truth behind his involvement with Labyrinthian. Shalador stood at the forefront of a movement to enact higher standards among mages, and to discourage spell use among the common castes. This effort is dubiously credited with the original organization and formation of the schools of magic, and the foundation of the college at Winterhold. Consistent with this mentality, Shalador constructed his labyrinth deep within the ruins of Bromjanar to test new archmages. While navigating the destroyed city itself was not explicitly a part of the test, many candidates did not survive the journey. Shalador valued both academic knowledge as well as practical skill, and simply getting to the labyrinth required the latter. Shalador's labyrinth is actually two intersecting mazes in an hourglass pattern. One maze could not be completed without exiting the other first, which makes the only existing instructions for the test especially mysterious. Enter twice, exit only once. Alteration will lead you to destruction. Only illusion shows the way to restoration. Conjure not, but be conjured instead. We can only guess at what the solution to the test may have been, as Labyrinthian became notorious not only for the number of potential archmages who died there, but for the intense secrecy of those who succeeded. Labyrinthian eventually ceased to be used and is regarded as a symbol of a more brutal age by modern institutions for magical studies. The ruins lay empty again, overrun with wild animals avoided by travelers. The long history and legacy of the place, however, seems as likely to be erased from our minds as the ruins themselves are likely to sink into the sea. And that is a minor maze. No explicit tragedy this time. Unfortunately, I don't have a proper load order working for my Skyrim mods, so I'm not able to go into Skyrim proper and actually look through the books that I have. I mean, look through them for good ones. Or to screen them for what sort of stories they are. It seems the other story that I picked out, which is The Mystery of Talara, Book 1, ends with a girl falling off a 100-foot cliff. So, you know, maybe enough tragedy for the night. Lusty Argonian Maid when? That was night 1. That was 2 streams ago. However, I believe the Lusty Argonian Maid has a 2nd volume. Yes, here it is. Here it is. So, lol, I watched the VOD, it was great. If you go to my Fetty profile, I made a post, also in my Discord as well, but I made a post with the link directly to the time where the story time starts. I don't think I have the each individual story properly highlighted or timestamped, but so Lusty Argonian Maid takes the form of a play script. And Lusty Argonian Maid 1, Volume 1, is available, I believe, starting in Morrowind, and available in Oblivion, Skyrim, and The Elder Scrolls Online. The Lusty Argonian Maid Volume 2 is an edition just in TES 5 Skyrim, and available online, or in The Elder Scrolls Online. This is an excerpt from Act 7, Scene 2. And let me get just a little bit of water for this. And for those thirsty listeners out there, I would recommend doing the same. Let's see here. Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 2, Act 7, Scene 2, continued. This is between Liftsurtail, an Argonian, and Crantius Colto. My goodness, that's quite a loaf, but however shall I fit it in my oven? This loaf isn't ready for baking, my sweet. It is yet to rise. If only we could hurry that along. How would I accomplish such a task? Oh, my foolish little Argonian maid. You must use your hands. You wish me to knead the loaf? Here? Of course. But what if the mistress catches me? Your loaf was meant to satisfy her appetite. Oh, don't fret, my delicate flower. I'll satisfy the mistress's cravings later. Very well, but I'm afraid my oven isn't hot enough. It could take hours. Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time. And that is The Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 2. Gaunt blush. Row me to Gaunt. Like I said, you can totally ask me to read things, including The Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 1 and 2. So, thank you for that request, Holly. Interesting. There's a Nightingales Volume 1 and a Volume 2. Blanky dance. Those emotes are so good across so many channels. The blanky dance, just, there's something to it. Alright, let's read, maybe... What was I looking at earlier? Right. Let me put my eyes through something real quick. And that probably doesn't work in English, does it? Meotosu is a Japanese term for sort of skimming through something. That one might be a little long. Half of me wants to read the intro to the Celestia Code again. Because it's just so damn good. But, same author. This is the Twilight Enigma. It's a few books after the Celestia Code. And, I suppose no particular warnings necessary on this one, I don't think. Ro, I'm very normal about Tavi reading the Celestia Code. It's such a good book. It is such a good book. And it's also Yuri. In fact, all 4 of the mainline books that include the Celestia Code are Yuri, so do with that info what you will. Let's see. So this is The Twilight Enigma by Esau. Chapter 2, The Nose of a Camel. Wherein Twilight learns, to her dismay, the limits to which logic will carry unpopular arguments and makes plans to further educate herself. September 13th through the 22nd, year 1011. Pirate is such an ugly word. It is almost always applied as a pejorative, and it doesn't take into account any subtle gradations of circumstance. One pony's archaeologist is another's treasure hunter, without necessarily devolving into the classification of grave robber. With pirate, it's all or nothing. Well, I suppose there's privateer, but that term is used only in times of war and means nothing except to the nation that issued the letter of marque. Seeing as how I would have to be the one to write my own permission slip, nobody would take such a document seriously. In any case, I couldn't let even a hint slip out that the Free Company of Friends was connected in any way to the equestrian princess, or to an equestrian princess, so I had to accept the label of pirate. But I didn't have to like it. As far as Princess Celestia was concerned, my foreign travels were for the purposes of cultural and magical study, which was perfectly true in a way. The idea that quite a lot of people wouldn't want me to study some of their most powerful and secret spells and artifacts, or that I wouldn't take no for an answer, hadn't occurred to her. Or, if it had, she was too polite to mention it. Besides, some of the objects of interest I collected were fairly dangerous, and I was doing the world a service by removing them from an overly ambitious or unstable from where an overly ambitious or unstable person could misuse them. No, really, think of the Orb of Annihilation in the claws of the Mad King of the Forgotten Lands, and tell me any sane pony wouldn't rather have it securely locked away in one of my magical laboratories, even if it wasn't technically my property. The thing is, many governments don't behave in a strictly sane manner. Once a government gets ancient enough, its layers of nonsensical laws and bureaucracy get so tangled that a pony could get sentenced to beheading for stepping on the shadow of a king, or gifted with a fortune for petting the correct type of cat on the spring equinox. Footnote: and if you think I'm exaggerating, get a copy of volume 27 of the Holy Codex of Quagaston, and look in the index for cats, acceptable colors, markings, and treatments thereof. I never imagined I might become the sort of pony that would dare to even break the rules, to bend the rules, let alone break them. But I lost my unquestioning respect for the exact letter of the law shortly after I took the time to closely observe the equestrian parliament engaged in creating new legislation. I discovered that the process was more about political favor trading than doing good for the common ponies. I read through several of the most respected legal compendiums and discovered that the body of equestrian law, on the whole, was a train wreck. If Princess Celestia didn't have final legal authority, and therefore the ability to untangle all the contradictory legislation, the system would have collapsed centuries ago. And that's just the beginning of... well, that's the beginning of Chapter 2 of The Twilight Enigma, which is Book 3 of... I forgot what the series is called, but it starts with the Celestia Code. And that author's name is Esau. Let's see... Chat, would we like to do one more book? Or shall we go into Octopath Traveler? Oh, hello, Boku. Welcome. Evening. Oh, I forgot to ask the raid. How are your evenings going so far? Please, one more? Okay. Oh, I wonder if there is... EB. Okay. I wonder if there is a book that doesn't end in tragedy and isn't a horror story. Holly, or Lunar Kitten, would you two happen to know any good books from the Elder Scrolls series? In-game ones, I mean. Holly, I have no idea. Yeah, that's definitely not a part of the game that I think gets too much attention, despite just the sheer mass of text that's been written for these various books. Let us see. Do you want to do modern major general? What's that got? With information, vegetable, animal, and mineral? I got row. Unfortunately, that one's gone over my head. Holly, I am the very model of scientist Solarian of information, Turian, Asari, and Batarian. About binomial theorem, I am teeming with a lot of news, Google, I am the very model of a modern major general, with many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. It's Gilbert and Sullivan, a musical. Interesting. I wonder if I can get the text for this. Oh, why is this a white background? Here we go. Wait a minute. Looks like this is the whole song. Oh, wiki is... No, thankfully. Oh dear, this is quite a lot of text. That's curious. That's why VIP is allowed to send links. Huh. No worries about the video, though. I can't really watch it because my incoming headphone feed is feeding directly into the stream. But yes, if you look, you have the little VIP gem. They also wrote a weird Orientalist thing about Japan. Huh. Odd. By the way, Holly, Solarian of information, Turian, Asari, and Batarian. Turians and Asari are Mass Effect, aren't they? Is there a Mass Effect version? Because I think that would be suitably geeky enough. Suitably geeky. One of the characters in Mass Effect 2 sings a Mass Effect version of it? Oh, would you happen to be able to get me the text for that? Oh, replied to Bree. Yeah, Gilbert and Sullivan were definitely a product of the time. Yeah. You know, it's interesting because, so my favorite author, I think, of all time is Terry Pratchett, right? I say that he had one of the best insights into the human condition and really had compassion and also this seething fury towards the unfairness of the world. But even in his writing, you'll see, you know, in games, the Asian region, that whole meme, right? It's not Japan, it's not China, it's not Indonesia, it's not the Philippines. Asia, it's the country of Asia, right? He sort of got a little bit of that, unfortunately, in some of his books. Not too many, just a very, very small handful. 2 or 3, but... So yeah, unfortunately, even the best have their shortcomings. 8-bit band, I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. Interesting, 8-bit band. So let us do, I will save the original version of the Major General, but let me read. Oh, unfortunately, let's see. Okay, so I can skip the refrains. right? Yeah, because the refrains. Okay. Oh, the original is from the game, but they probably expanded it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so let's do, this is a filk, I guess, of a modern major general. This is an extension of the version in Mass Effect. Again, I would recommend taking a sip. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asarian, Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. In 4 directions cardinal, I know the blot routinary. I problem solve with tools and guns and even farm machinery. I perfectly recall your genome purine by pyrimidine. I'll diagnose the cause of every symptom you're exhibiting. My knowledge is prodigious, though I'm stuffy and professory. I'm fluent in the Vorchatong and Hanar Luminescery. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. By breakfast time, I'm carrying seeker swarm-induced paralysis. My ideal date would finish with statistical analysis. I've mastered optic instruments, reflective and refractory. I don't begrudge the Quarians their hypochondriactory. I've memorized eidetic all my patients' anamnesis. I've written papers scores and scores, and that's not counting theses. I'll toxify my enemies with nary an apology, then spend my weekend brushing up on Elcor enzymology. When I complete a surgery, I sign my name in suturing. I've cut up more Batarians than Torfin's famous butchering. If knowledge is a library, then I'm its king librarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. Well, I know all the acids, be they levodextro rotamers? When I tell your sorry child her genes are only sort of yours. When I expound the theory, when I expound the theories that my colleagues find heretical, when I know all the finer points of therapies genetical, when I could cure your cancer with my brain just halfway functioning, when I can fix mutating cells, the non-disjunctioning. In short, when I have a smattering of transgenic strategy, it had to be done rightly, and so I'm the one it had to be. My skeptics call me mad, and though they always try to censor me, an actuary tables say I'll live just half a century. I've surveyed every habitat, from Xeric to Riparian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. At treating varan STDs, I've singular ability. I don't prescribe black market testicles to I don't prescribe black market testicles to fix fertility. I've shifted every paradigm from Circish to Novaria. I've studied Piscofauna in the field and in Aquaria. Of Volos Pharmaceuticals, my memory's a catalogue. I know of all the Krogan clans, from Ravenor to Catatog. My mastery of Drell anatomy is incomparable. My soil science would suffice to make Tuchanka arable. I know the use of minerals, from platinum to iridium. My work's more highly cited than a Krogan on Presidium. I lecture for the thrill of it. I need no honorarium. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. Hi. That's a royal pain in the arse to sight read. I'm saving it, but it's a royal pain in the arse. And sorry, Twitch, I'm going to do a 3-minute ad break to keep the pre-rolls on. I wish I didn't have to, but see you in 3. And that means that it is time to boost my Fetty post. By the way, who wasn't here last time when I did the Celestia Code intro? Oh, thank you for the cheers, Gaunt and Holly. Oh, you missed it, Gaunt. Oh dear, oh dear. Mm. Mm. Although I don't know what that's from. It's from the Celestia Code, written by Esau. We did the excerpt from the Twilight Enigma, which is book 3 of that series. Each book does have its own full story that you could get, you could enjoy without the others. But, gotcha. Holly, you know what's hilarious? With Firefox's pop-out feature, you can pop out the little mini window of the stream during ads and unmute it there, and not be affected by ads. You can pop out the little mini window of the stream during ads and unmute it there. Interesting. I'm going to have to try that. Right. And you're getting to, like, actually do that right now. Let's see, where is the Celestia Code? Where is the Twilight Enigma? There it is. Esau. Celestia Code. And for anybody who wants to see or wants to read along, there's the link. Again, written by Esau. Oh, Holly, you never miss anything anymore because of that little trick. That is a nice little trick, though. Also, a little reminder, if you're on the YouTube side of things, please like, sub, do all of the things that make it so that YouTube knows that you don't hate the stream and will then put it in front of other people. Because they've really been throttling everything of mine the last 4 or 5 months-ish. And it's been, my hard life has become even harder because of it. Luckily, the support on Twitch has been really nice. And again, thank you to everybody who subbed, and also to everybody who makes monthly contributions on Coffee. Because you all keep the food on the table for me. And also toothpaste and the toothpaste thing and all of the other little daily necessities that I really wish I didn't need. But toothpaste girl. Okay. So this is a short excerpt from the very beginning of Esau's The Celestia Code. The Celestia Code by Esau. Chapter 1. The Treasure Room. As I watched the books burn among the ruins, I couldn't help the near instinctive urges that jolted through me like electricity. I could save them. A small shield spell around the fire would starve it of oxygen almost immediately, and when the heap had cooled enough to not reignite, I could. But I had set them burning for a reason, and it was already too late to save them. The fire wasn't small, like the countless ones I had set in the fireplace of my bedroom above the library. Those fires had been comforting. Their gentle heat, their flames waving slowly, almost like Celestia's mane when backlit by the sun. I shook my head to clear it and brought myself back to reality. The bonfire hissed and roared, flames and burning bits of paper leaping towards the sky. The heat was sharp and uncomfortable, even at a dozen lengths distance. My mane fluttered in the breeze, caused by the air rushing in to feed the blaze, as if in mockery of the ethereal motion of Celestius. I felt nauseous again. If I could reverse the chemical reaction, flip entropy around, perhaps the fail-safe spell. No. It was beyond my power. I was just panicking in a silent, cerebral way. What had been done could not be undone. Even books that had been written by some wooden-headed ideologue who wouldn't know the scientific method if it bucked her in the teeth were nearly sacred to me. My reverence didn't stop me from adding a note of scathing commentary in the margins, but to actually, deliberately destroy a book. It was unthinkable. Until that night. Until I set fire to scores of unique manuscripts that bore knowledge recorded nowhere else in the world, destroying them forever. It was a crime I could never forgive myself for, but it was an act that was unquestionably necessary. "Twilight," came a voice from the darkness behind me. "Twilight, where are you?" I groaned and squeezed my eyes shut. Unquestionably necessary, but impossible to explain or justify. Only a few days before, I couldn't even have imagined this appalling situation. And that's the intro. Of course, just as a little peek into the next, the intro is impactful by itself, but the next paragraph runs, "The whole adventure began when I discovered the obscure back room in the Canterlot archives under a royal seal. It was a very powerful and carefully crafted seal, only a princess could open it. Even the guards' ponies patrolling the archives couldn't disable the magical lock. I had only tried it on a whim, because I was certain that Celestia would have made the distinction between a divine highness and a royal or serene highness when setting up the spell. But, much to my surprise, the door had sighed open at the briefest touch of my magic. Evidently, I was enough of a princess for the mystical gatekeeper, even though I was lowest on the Alicorn totem pole. Oh, Holly, you have to go and zone out because I'm on 0.1% energy and still have files to copy. Okay. Ta-ta for now, Holly. Thank you for being here and enjoying the reading. And again, thank you for the gift sub to Ro. And do get rest when you can, okay? But otherwise, I hope your computer recovery goes well. I know the scary, stressful, acute phase of that is over, but that's still a lot of work. Oh, Bree, 3 little maids from school are we, is the famous song from the Mikado. Interesting. Oh, would you like me to read the lyrics? Is it a set of lyrics that would work? Read, not sung? Oh, it's the kind of racist one. Right, okay, that's the one you were talking about before. That the authors of the A Modern Major General also wrote, right? So I think from there, we're going to change our stream stuff to Octopath Traveler. There we go. Bree, I'm calling it out because Gilbert and Sullivan are problematic about Japanese people. From the names, I would guess that they lived through World War II in a potentially English-speaking country. And then never let those put those feelings down. Oh my, oh my. Worse than that. They didn't even live to World War I. Yeah, they were 1836 and 1842 through 1911 and 1900. Well. Let's see. So let me... see. There we go. Yikes indeed, Gaunt. Yikes indeed. Now let's see. What does it take for me to do Octopath? let us change. Let's bring this down to this scene. And then we'll start up Octopath. And unfortunately, I've been unable to get my controller to sync to Bluetooth to my computer again. I've been unable to solve that particular issue, so I'm going to have to do a keyboard again. So my apologies for the clicky clackies that my keyboard produces. It is a good keyboard, but not in the nice stocky way. The switches are really nice in that they're optical switches, but there we go. Brie. So the Mikado, it's very, quote, look at those strange people from the Far East and their ways, close quote, of Yellowface performances. Oh, fun. Oh, how very fun. It was an art movement called Japonisme, or Japonisme, or Japonisme. I think 19th century weebs. Fair. Oh, and suddenly we're in Cyrus's theme. Although let me bring something up real quick. There we go. I like to have my stream notes up at the very top of my window stack. I really wish I could get Octopath to give me sound while it was alt-tabbed. Because right now it just says you're alt-tabbed. You obviously don't want to listen to this. Whereas a lot of games will go, hey, what would you like us to do when you are alt-tabbed? And don't mind me, I'm just going around Cyrus's university, college place, and stealing everything. Actually, we haven't scrutinized this person. Enthusiastic youth, age 21. A young man who wants more than anything to help others. Proud of how his father supports public figures from the shadows, he strives to live up to his example. Should he follow in his footsteps, no one will ever know how instrumental he is to the success of others. I wonder if we can find... This is the Academy, the Royal Academy of Atlaston. Is there a setting for windowed full screen? Ah, I wish. We'll just take a look at settings here. You can see the graphics. This is borderless window. So this is the setting that you're thinking of. Oops, valves. No, please don't do that. Okay, we can go back into the settings. Unfortunately, the mouse also works for changing settings, and Balbs is rolling around on the mouse cable. Darn, yeah, that's not quite sure why it works that way. And usually you would find the setting that I was talking about here, right? In the sound settings. What would you like us to do with the sound when you're alt-tabbed? No such thing. And that's probably because it was originally made for the Switch. The PC port is just that. It's an actual port. Which, and, you know, Japanese companies and ports. Iconic duo. By setting, I keep thinking you mean fictional setting. That's fair. I mean, I do like to hear about fictional settings and read read aloud fictional settings. But I also do like my game settings. I'm really sad that Total Biscuit. On Twitch, it's the LUL, the LOL emote, Total Biscuit. But game reviewer, but he died a handful of years ago. But he was well known for spending the front third to half of the game review just going through the settings. Just going, okay, what sort of things have you thought about for ease of use? The fictional settings panel. Is that why the option doesn't exist for keep playing sound when alt-tabbed? Lol, rest in peace. Yeah, that is, yep. Fucking, nah. Therese. I must remain calm and focus on my studies. Therese, age 17. Known as the Moon of the Flatlands, she is Princess Mary's distant relative and has been close with her since childhood. Though she may seem timid at first glance, her true colors show when it comes to matters of the heart. Wait, Therese, what do you have in your pockets? Why do you have... Okay, that's an elemental augmenter. That is, Oh, but I don't... No, there's no room there. Wait a minute. Cyrus! Do you want another? Oh, his elemental attack is kind of bonkers now. Although his kind of surprised Primrose's elemental attack is fairly high, too. Oh, that's with a weapon. Versus Cyrus's was just bare, right? Yeah. Yep. Oh, how much attack power does Cyrus have? 987. Okay. Bree, pull down toggle that picks between fantasy and cyberpunk. That would be interesting. I wonder if this is Princess Mary. Is that... That's not Princess Mary up there, is it? We got a glimpse of Princess Mary at the very beginning of Cyrus's story and then at the very end. But I don't know if we have access to her. Oh yeah, the headmaster's dead. That guy over there. We killed him in self-defense. He was trying to murder us. So, and we didn't want that to happen. And his assistant also tried to murder us, and we didn't want that to happen. So I think the Atlasdom Royal Academy needs a new headmaster. Now let's see, who do we... I think we want to do... Either... let's do Therion's story tonight, shall we? Handsome minstrel, age 23, a young troubadour who has only just embarked on his journey to become famous. As his own poetry is still lacking, he spends his days wandering the realm and studying the works of the masters. Even when he is simply practicing singing another's song, people flock to listen, for his voice is beyond compare. Information gleaned: the Song of Sokrath. Interesting. I wonder what quest that will have to do with. Hi, Granny. What do you have in your pockets? Thank you. So if we go here, wait a minute. Want to, yeah. So the world map, and where's Therion chapter 4? There it is. So we'll do Therian Chapter 4, and if we have time, we'll do Tressa Chapter... Oh, Tressa's on Chapter 4 too. We may be able to just get both of them done today, depending on how long we have. Why can I not... Have I never been? Oh. Okay. Well, I guess we will teleport here, and then we will saunter our way up to Therian's Chapter 4. And let me rest real quick. I think we had a boss fight right before this scene. So we were still listening to Cyrus's theme. By the way, if you are on Twitch, you can spend channel points to change the subclass of any of the characters, and I have to keep it as that subclass until somebody else comes along and changes that character's subclass. Which, so far, I think we've had Cyrus and Therian have had their subclasses picked out for them. Femboy Therian. And they have not changed off of it. God, this music is so nice. Okay, let's save and then head to Therian's Chapter 4. It's interesting because that, right, it sounds like it's going backwards, but if it went backwards, it cuts off suddenly, so I think it was backwards, and then they also mirrored it at the point of where the note was played, so that you get the swell up, and then an actual note being played, so that it's not cutting off suddenly. North. This is the Shrine of the Flame Bearer. So that's the Cleric Shrine. Southern Northreach Wilds, and then Northreach. Okay. I'm going to guess that it's over this way. Maw of the Ice Dragon. Let me take a saunter through here and see if there's a boss to take down. What instruments? What do you mean? Glass harmonica, maybe? It almost sounded like just a standard piano. Unless, oh, you mean the music for the last, not the town one, but the, no. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. Glass harmonica is, oh, what was it called? Oh, the mirror note. I'm guessing piano. I'm definitely guessing piano. And then we donate to Cyrus. So we buffed Cyrus, given him BP, and now we are going to boost and use Shooting Stars. One shot. Kind of curious what their skills look like, or their JP, I should say. Amputation, heightened healing. I'm going to have to take a look at that in just a sec. Divination, divine aura, and then Steora's prophecy. Unleash an elemental attack on all foes that deals damage proportional to the party's current BP. Interesting. Divine aura. Jobs? Nope, not jobs. Skills. What is heightened healing? Gain an additional 30% HP or SP when being healed or restored. Okay, so this goes on the target of the healing. And the equipped character gains a 25% chance of nullifying any damage taken. Oh. Playing with one hand full of books looks challenging? You know, I manage. Besides, it's mostly left hand anyway. In fact, there's a good possibility I could just play this with my left hand. Merchant, donate VP. And then Peacock Strut. Which, I think we were talking yesterday going, that conjures some imagery. Every time I wish I could just listen to that victory theme for, you know, multiple minutes. Okay, so let us do, not that, heal wounds, there we go. And then we'll give Cyrus inventory and Spirited Plum. Save real quick, and then boss time. I am ready. That doesn't look like an ice dragon, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. Let's just donate BP. How much damage do they? Ouch. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I'm going to need to shackle the boss. There's a good chance we might just die. Apothecary and heal Theria. I was thinking last night maybe that my model is perfect for the book reading part, right? I mostly just have the book in my hand because it was the best looking version of right hand that I had available to me. But it seems that it's worked out pretty darn well. Is this party? Yes, party HP regen. And crit rate and PP. Let's actually keep him attacking. Okay, so wind weakness with 10. Ouch. That is probably a heal more situation. Ow. I need Therian to... I think stacking up more Shackle Foe is probably the best here. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with the 2 minions there. And that is maybe going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. Let's just keep on doing this. Oh, that's not very much HP. Do they just hit hard as hell? Ow. Oops. There we go. Heal the party and set up for whatever we can do. Let's do a triple boosted Peacock Strut on Cyrus just to get his attack really high. I'm just going to do shooting stars here and triple boosted. Oh, that was quick. Okay, so as long as you can survive that initial heavy damage, that's not too bad. That was scary for a moment there. Forbidden Dagger. Huh. Weaker than the one we have. And has a weaker elemental attack than the one she has? Okay. I guess we'll just pitter-patter our way out of here. Is it over that way? Yeah. There we go. Still feels a little surreal that we've gotten both Cyrus and Primrose's stories done, and we have Therian and Tressa's stories on Chapter 4. I thought we were going to have to do Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 for all of them. Or for both of them, I should say. And instead, we can just saunter in, do a Chapter 4, saunter off to another town, and do the Chapter 4 there, too. It may be that there's a bunch of Chapter 2s for the other 4 characters lying around the map that have gotten into my my field of view as we've been doing things on the map. And that's just given me the impression that there's more Chapter 2s and 3s than there actually were. That's scary, isn't it? Chameleon, the height of a human? And Peacock Strut. Once Cyrus gets to about this level, this is the general pattern for most random encounters. Like bosses and, well, bosses are a little harder, but just with random things out in the field, give Cyrus 3 BP, buff his magic attack, and then have Cyrus do a full BP nuke. And that mostly clears away the random encounter mobs that you get. Okay, so this is Cyrus's chapter. You again. Peacock strats. Is there? That's probably not enough. I'm going to defend with him so he ends up at the very beginning of next turn. And then, of course, donate the BP from Tressa to Cyrus. And then Cyrus takes 2 bonks. And then kaboom! Yesterday, for anybody who wasn't here, we were hitting, with Cyrus, we were hitting for 9999, which is the limit. Unless you can do something to limit break. Actually, let me get healing all around just in case. Northreach. That's right. I had business here. Therian. You arrive in Northreach, a town under Darius's control. Still, you are determined to retrieve the emerald and gold dragonstones. Therian's Tale, Chapter 4. The story so far. Infiltrating the black market in Wellspring in pursuit of the second dragonstone, Therian was reunited with Darius, his erstwhile partner in crime, who swiftly vanished, stone in hand. What's with these pitiful minces, so cold and guarded, distrusting and wary? Therian could not deny that what Darius had said. He had sworn to trust no one, he would not be betrayed again. But even as he made his way to Northreach, Cordelia's words wouldn't leave him. Mr. Therian, I have faith in you. And so it was that he finally arrived at his journey's end.
Oh.
So, this is Northreach. And it's eager to make a first impression. Stop! Those are my... Not anymore, they ain't. Hand it over. Thieves! Someone stop them! Sorry to say, but ain't no one gonna stop those thieves. Are there guards in this town? Even the guards won't lay a hand on them. That's just how life is here. Best not get too attached to anything. But a thief's paradise, What's this Darius is doing? Everyone here is living in fear.
Oi.
That's him. Yeah, no doubt about it. If we're lucky, he's just coming to use the bog. There's a little wanted poster with Therian in the corner. Give me a glass of your best. We're out of our best. Actually, we're out of everything. Closing for the day. Best you be on your way now. Guess I'll show myself out. Is this me? I didn't even get my best angle. Beware. Any involvement with this man will be considered direct opposition to Lord Darius. Lord Darius. I guess he really does rule this town. You sure like your ale houses, don't you, Therian? I don't go because I like them. I go to hear people talk. Maiden spirits are good for loosening tongues. So your interest is purely professional. Look, taverns are places where rumors and secrets are spoken and traded. But I wouldn't expect a brat like you to understand. Hey, who do you call a brat? I've been turning trades and making profits since I was 5. Have you now? Delivered spirits to 3 alehouses every day for over a year. I've seen my fair share of drunken fools. Should I be impressed? You bet. Still can't stand the smell of grog, though. Makes me gag. Still brat after all, then. Aw, no second person harassing Therian. Often the travel banter. It's between your 4 party members. And so there'll be a chance that more than one person will have something to say. Doopy-doo, don't mind me. I'm just going to take a look through people's pockets. These nuts are starting to build up, and I think we'll probably have use for them once we're using the other party. That's shop. Hi, do you have anything in your pockets? Sprightly necklace. That works. Found ya. I got some guts marching in a town like this. And you are? Wait, don't tell me. You're Darius's welcoming committee, aren't you? Aye, and we'll make sure you get the warmest of welcomes, boys. I suppose quality over quantity doesn't mean much here. If we stab you enough times, you'll still lie there. You'll still die. Think I can stall for time by yapping? Ain't nobody coming to save you, even if you scream bloody murder. Best give up hope now. Everyone here fears Lord Darius. So, what's it like leeching off someone else's power? Shut. Kill him. Oh, that's unfair. It's 4 versus 3. I wonder if we can do a 1-turn kill. Doopy-doo. Hey, Cyrus, take this BP. And then we'll do a peacock strat for Cyrus. And then we will do... I wonder if we can steal something. Nope, probably not. Oh, we'll just stab somebody. Good plan, right? If in question, just stab somebody. Or in Cyrus's case, just nuke the whole place. Late now. Enough. I've got bigger fish to fry. Enjoy your victory while you can, because there's no way you're leaving this town alive. getting old fast. You're ready to die, mate. It'll be slow and painful for you, that's for sure. There's nowhere left for you to leg it. I'm starting to see the appeal of quantity over quality. These odds are bad any way I look at them. Look of resignation is unbefitting of you. Heathcote. I don't suppose you could have gotten here a little sooner. You can thank me later. For now, follow me. I don't remember what voice I did for Heathcote. It's been a long while. You don't have to tell me twice. Now for Therian, it's this quiet, not super deep, but deep enough voice that's a little, it's not quite mumbly, but not super energetic, and not trying to stand out, right? Heathcote. We should be safe here. Are you okay? In a manner of speaking, yes, but I am afraid I'm not as young as I used to be. When I was your age, I never imagined time would wear down my bones so. You're saying an old man slipped this bangle onto my arm without me noticing. That was simply a skill I learned in my youth, but time will take even that from me eventually. Why did you learn how to do that? Butler training? You were a thief, weren't you? Guilty as charged. Now it all makes sense. You're the one who set those traps in the manor, aren't you? You understand how a thief thinks because you were one. An astute observation. I suppose I should explain myself. Would you humor this old man for a moment? I met Lord Ravis, Cordelia's father, before she was born. I was something like you at the time. Youthful, gifted, proud of it. I was certain there was nothing in this world I could not steal. Then why are you working for the Ravis family now? For the same reason as yourself. I too snuck into the manor, only to get caught by the head of the household. He offered me a deal. He said he would not hand me over to the guards on one condition. That one day I would serve his child, who would have guardianship over the Dragonstones. And now you're seeing that promise through to the end. The more confidence one has in his skills, the greater the disgrace when he fails. You felt the same, did you not? Of course. Whenever I look at this bangle, I remember that day. Outdone by a butler. And an old one at that. And to add insult to injury, I was shown mercy by the very one I tried to rob. It was absolutely disgraceful. In the end, I had no choice but to start anew. Even still, I gained more than I lost in the manor that day, without taking a single leaf. Indeed, I learned what it felt like to be believed in, and the value of believing in others. I'm sure you've heard the story of Miss Ravis's past. Yeah, hard to imagine seeing the person she is now. There was a time she thought the whole world was her enemy. She wouldn't let anyone get close. But as the days passed, she began to change. How so? I continued to have faith in her, and thus she learned to have faith in me. Wounds of betrayal run deep, but one must learn to have faith in others again before they can start to heal. And that is why she decided to have faith in you too. Just like someone did for her. That's enough talk of the past. You must find a way to get those stones back from Darius. Me? Yes, unfortunately, my old bones would be nothing but a hindrance if I accompanied you. But I have faith in you. You can do it. Now, come back with those stones. You have my word. Stay safe, Heathcote. Now to find where Darius is hiding. There's no way he covered all his tracks. Objective: find the thief's hideout. Probably not a voice that's super healthy for me to maintain for too long. He just hides in plain sight. Well, this is ironic. The most wanted man here, but I haven't stolen a thing. Yet. Any trace of him yet? Not yet, sir. Vanished like a white wolf in a snowstorm he did. And you'll be the next one to vanish if you don't stop your whining. Now, Lord Darius promised a reward for his capture. So if you ever want to see real riches, you better well find them. Yes, sir. I'll get back to work. He sure sounds important. Probably knows the way to the hideout. I wonder if there are any good weapons that we can buy. Doom Breaker. Oh, these are a little iffy. That one doesn't have magical attack. That one has Silent Cape, Platinum Vest. particularly good. Well, that's a shame. Hello, what do you have in your pockets? What's here? Northreach Lorne Cathedral. An abandoned church. Nothing seems out of order. Just opens the front door, saunters right in. Has a little look around. Except maybe these stairs. If their hideout isn't there, I don't know where it could be. But I can't just waltz through the front door. Time to find myself a disguise. Let's see. Oh, I do remember this part. Let's go back to... Oh, hello, old man. May I reach into your pockets? Also, maybe this. Erudite Greybeard, age 66. An elderly man known by all the residents of Northreach, though none can recall exactly when he first came to the village. Despite having resided here for quite some time, some say he has not aged a day, which has only fueled the speculation regarding his past. Is he strong? Mental degradation. Evidently he is not very strong. The granny we have with us is a 7 out of 10 strength, I believe. Oh, let me get the pre-rolls off. I need to run ads on Twitch real quick. So we will do that. See you in 3, Twitch, unless you are a sub. In which case, you will still be here the whole time. I need to boost the Fedi post. And then, is there anything else I need to take care of before? Nope. I guess before we do any of the thieving, I wonder if there's anything else that we need to deal with. That wouldn't be somehow critical to the plot. Nope, can't steal from... Oh, that's a purple chest. So the thing about purple chests is that only Therian can open them. If you don't have Therian in your party, you just can't open them at all. Let's see what Scrutinize tells us. Tavern patron, age 32. A mercenary born in the Frostlands who made his way to Northreach in search of work. He believes that the strong have an obligation to defend the weak and refuses any contract that would force him to act against his conscience. Interesting. What about this person? Tavern patron, age 26. An unemployed man who was born and raised in this town. He badgers his younger brother for money, which he then wastes on alcohol. He has no intention of changing his ways. Luckily, that got us a hidden item somewhere. Oh, it's probably in this house. and you have to knock this guy out. Oh well, we can't knock people out yet, so... Townsperson, age 52. A retired guard who lives with his ailing wife and their son. He treasures his family's every moment together, for happiness is fleeting, and there is no telling how long theirs will last. Another hidden item. Not quite sure. That might be in the other part of town. Let's scrutinize this person. Traveling author, age 33. A writer fascinated by legends of dragons. For many years, he had no interest in maintaining his physical health until he read a travelogue filled with tales of dragons. Then and there, he resolved to follow in the author's footsteps and embark on a similar journey. And there we go. Welcome back, Twitch. We're just going around scrutinizing people in town. Byron the Noble, age 32. A descendant of the once prestigious house of Byron. Generations ago, the family sacrificed much for the sake of Northreach and was beloved by all for it. However, by the time he was born, the townsfolk had long since forgotten his ancestors' noble deeds. Oh, oops. The scrutinize failed. Angela, age 23. A young maiden whose heart belongs to a traveling swordsman. She looks forward to his monthly letters, which she treasures. Though those around her would have her live a quiet, comfortable life, she dreams of the day she might see the world with him.
Oi.
Hey, looking for me? You're mine now. Damn it, I lost him. And we can sneak out. Peek into his pockets. Oh, oops. Sorry, you're going to be naked in literal snow as it's falling. Therian, I think he might die. Let's get him somewhere warm, please. You won't be needing these for now. Sleep tight. And now we can't steal from him. Yeah, that's how it works. So, let's see. We've done... Oh, I didn't realize this part of town existed. Or did I? I think I did. I think we've been here. Yeah, we have. We traveled this ferry road coming from the little place where Heathcote had us. But now that we have... oh, we can't get in there. Interesting. Okay. Now that we have the disguise... Wonder if there's any room over here? Nope. We can go right down into the cellars. Oh, look at that. Stealing clothes from a thief. That's a new one. Now to fool the lookouts. Hold it! Identify yourself. They're just kids. Must be new recruits. In that case. Just who do you think you are asking me that? Sorry, sir. God's forgetting who your leader is. Ohio. Hello. Morning. Welcome. We're doing Therian's chapter 4. And Therian has stolen a disguise from another thief and left him potentially dying, knocked out in the snow in the middle of the street. Meanwhile, he's completely fooling these kids. Before that, we did some reading. Brutal, yeah. We also did, I think we read The Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 2, a bunch of the Elder Scrolls stuff, and one or two other things. Fine. You're lucky I'm in the good mood today. But Lord Darius, I'll hear about next it happens. Ah, listen. Some fool claiming to be me might try and slip in. But don't you dare let that bastard throw you here. Yes, sir. So what have you been up to, Haru? Why, did you just wake up? Too easy. I'll never sneak in through a window again. Haru, neat. You should definitely consider doing what you do with the music video posts. If a reading goes well, post as a standalone. I think so, yeah. Although it would be nice to get some sort of library background, or cozy background for when I do them. So otherwise I just have the bridge in Tressa's hometown as the background. You did just wake up an hour or so ago? Whew. Are you on day 3 of shoving your schedule forward? Therian, but I better make it quick. It's only a matter of time until they figure out what happened. I was up at 3 a.m. yesterday. Had a big day, and then I was up until midnight. Ugh. Out of my way! I got urgent news for the boss. It's you. You're the phony the leader was talking about. Phony! My clothes were stolen by that stupid thief. No leader of mine would be stupid enough to get his clothes stolen. You bastard. Because reasons? I see. And slept until 2 p.m. today, so sleeping schedule remains wonky donkey. Fair enough. For an organization, they really are most disorganized. If it makes my job easier, I'll take it. I figured you'd say something like that. Still, their de facto leader barely exerts any control over the rank and file. And you'd expect otherwise? There's just a band of thieves. I would posit that there's more to it than just that. For this Darius, the men of his organization are little more than tools. He does not consider them comrades, let alone friends. I dare say he trusts no one but himself. You may be right. At any rate, your goal is close at hand, Therian. Do not waver in your convictions. You can count on me. I hope. Yay! More harassment of Therian. Another star turned by our master thief. Huh? I could scarcely tell it was you. You simply disappeared into that role. You could have a stellar career in the theater if you chose to pursue it. Thanks, but no thanks. I take on roles when my work demands it, and that's all. A shame that. The stars of the stage earn more money in one night than most thieves do in a year. But, of course, if you're not interested, on second thought, I think I'll keep my options open. It's interesting the way with Cyrus, a lot of the party banter was people just sort of poking fun at Cyrus. Well, not poking fun. Kind of, sort of. Like they were, a lot of the time they were trying to help him, but also ended up poking fun at him a lot of the time. Rostharian. It feels wholesome. Let's see, Peacock Strut on Cyrus. And then I think we have to actually defend with Cyrus. And maybe a heal for Cyrus? 3k healing, wow. And then a little bit of BP for the Cyrus. And then next turn we nuke. This has been the pattern for most of the day with non-boss enemies. Give Cyrus the BP, give Cyrus the buff. Watch as the field disappears. What is down here? This is a long way to go around for one ice soulstone large. Oh well. Where are we going here? Ooh, better chest, red chest. It goes standard chest, red chest, purple chest in terms of rarity. Let's see, shooting star. Hits pretty hard even on standard spells. And that will give him a little bit of BP. Hopefully this doesn't hurt too much. Oh well, we'll have Tressa to heal at the beginning of the next turn, because Cyrus doesn't go first. Oh, he's asleep. Do we have a awakening? Good. If Primrose was going before Cyrus, we could just use her to wake him up, but turn order and all of that. There we go. Gleaming Amulet. Gleaming Amulet. Gleaming. There it is. Greatly reduces light damage taken. Interesting. Potentially useful at some point. Oh, is this a different path? Just leads to... Oh, sorry, I need to ban somebody real quick. There we go. And we will report as a bot. Can I not report as a bot? Oh, that's Warren. Doopy-doo. Let's see. Report. There we go. Scambot. And this is at... There we go. All doing our part to get the bots to be a little less in your face. That one, it looks like the system's actually succeeded. that? I saw one chest in the background in the upper left, and I'm trying to figure out how to get to it. Is this it? Nope, more thieves. Peacock strut. Defend with Cyrus. Oh, this actually puts promos after. That's gonna be a pain. Defend. There we go. Lower offense, attack. We'll just donate some BP to our resident mage. And then... Oops. Kaboom! Is there anything in here? Okay, so this goes up to this chest. How do I get to the other chest? Harm. This probably leads to... Actually, can we just flee? That is a thing we can do. I forgot we could do that. Oh, looks like we need to get a couple inspiriting plums in Cyrus. Do a little bit of healing. And then a save. There they are. The emerald and gold stones. Amber? Amberstone? I still don't get why Darius is after the dragon stones. Because they'll grant me an even greater power than I have now. Still alive, I see. I didn't think you had it in you to come this far. You must really want that bangle gone. Yeah? But they're not here for me anymore. Well then, who are you here for? For the people who put their trust in me. Those eyes. I hate those eyes. What happened to those minces I saw in Wellspring? You're broken, hopeless, defeated. No, they look like they did all those years ago. These people trust you. Don't make me laugh. You'll just be betrayed again. You're right. I might. Do you know what happens when you trust others? See you for the knave you are, and use you all they want. That's how I got to where I am today. I used you to get what I wanted. Now I own this whole town. Right. Lord Darius. After you've betrayed so many people, you must get pretty damn lonely at the top. You're such a sentimental fool. Maybe I am a fool. But trust is a sentiment I want to believe in. It's one worth fighting for. forget what I taught you, Therian. Trust is the first step towards betrayal. We're shadows in the night, you and I. We have nothing to gain from trust. You might be right. We're nothing but good-for-nothing thieves at the end of the day. We're parasites, stealing from others to keep ourselves going. But Darius, even bottom feeders like us can know what trust is. Don't preach to me, you worthless little worm. I don't remember if that's the first time we've ever seen dialogue in combat. But let us see about making sure that his physical attack isn't too high. Oh. Alright. This is going to be a smidge harder than I thought. So heal there. Let's get weaknesses figured out real quick. It's one weakness. He only has 4, which is not too bad as those things go. First aid on Therian. And then I'll probably use Tressa's turn here to do a quick heal. And then let's do Shackle Foe, and this will give him Shackle Foe for 9 turns. So minus attack for Steel SP. Okay. That's going to be a royal pain in the arse. I'm really glad that Therian has a certain share SP skill. During Grace, Rehab. Dancer skills. I think I'm going to try to get Peacock Strut on Cyrus as usual and just build it up. And then hopefully we can need to do Analyze. Okay, that gives us something to aim for. Do heal wounds here. We won't use heal more, because that costs 12 SP, and I'm not quite sure if we can manage. Okay, Therian. Share SP. There we go. And Therian has enough attack power that he can basically get half of his HP or SP bar in 1 steel SP. Do I? Yes, I do. I could just do this step, and that will eliminate the rest of his turn this turn or this round, and then gives us this turn. Reflective Veil is elemental, right? Sheltering Veil is elemental. Oops, defense. Oh, and at some point I need to steal money and item from him. But in the meantime, let's donate this BP to Cyrus. That way he's at max. More Peacock Strut for Cyrus. Probably steal SP here. And then I think with Cyrus we have... Do we not? Oh, we haven't learned it yet. Oh, oops. Oh well. Oh, Cyrus is... Mom, Cyrus is hitting for 9999 again. You are always so confident in yourself, Therian. All your skills, there is always someone making more. Suppose that's the price of having a soft heart. I guess the rich and hard heart made better company than I did. You know, you can't hold a candle to your skills as a tea leaf. So to do whatever it took to survive. Ow. But he still has the same weaknesses. So... I think let's do... Let's just keep doing shooting stars. And we'll have Tressa just heal the party when she can. In the meantime... Oh, I wonder... This will put her there. Yes, let's do that. Thief. And we'll do Steel SP. Will be 2 hits to his defense. Tressa will be able to do 1 hit to his defense. And the next turn, Primrose will be able to break. There we go. Which means that we can... we're getting there. Is that 100%? And we'll have... No, let's do heal this turn. And then steal next turn. I think we'll share SP this turn. And then steal SP with Therian next turn. And with Cyrus... Let's do this. VP boost. And now we hit for 9999. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. So that's at least 60k off of his HP. Which means steel is probably... There we go. Red apple. That's an interesting item. And a tidy 30k. Summon elderly woman. Hi, Granny. Can you nuke him, please? I can't lose. Not to a knave like you. A knave is you, Darius. Me. You lived in fear of being betrayed, so you were always the betrayer. You were too afraid to trust others. Not afraid. Used you, disposed of you because I knew I could do it, Jack Jones. I don't need anyone. I don't need you. Ow. And he still has that dagger weakness. There's 2 there. Heal real quick. And we'll get ready for another triple boost Cyrus. She has 4 boosts. She can do 4 attacks at once. I think Peacock Strut is probably the good option here. We have 6 left, 2 from Therian. So we need... Perfect. 4 off. Oh, that looks scary. We already stole. I could use the money we stole to hire a veteran soldier. Or we could donate PP. Or we could rest. Honestly, not quite sure what I want to do with Tressa. Well, I guess if nothing else, we can just donate BP to people. That's extra BP in the party. Can't go wrong there. And steal SP. Step, step. Is there anything I can do here that will give me a better... Oh yeah, I could analyze this turn. Just 16k out of 98k HP. That's pretty solid. But I think this is where it ends. Oh, we could turn him into money. Wait. Oops. That was the wrong spell. On the wrong person. Oof. That doesn't kill. Primrose. Let's see. Oh. Moonlight Waltz. Let's see how much she can do. 4.8k. And then she does it again. Oh, okay. We didn't even need Cyrus. So if I used that skill on Cyrus, Cyrus would have cast his giant 999 times 3 nuke twice, which would have been... That would have been something to see. So it's finally over. Looks like it, partner. What was it that you wanted? Did you get it after you betrayed me? So predictable, Therian. I wanted to see the view from the top. I would have stepped on anyone to get ahead. It was fine if nobody believed in me. As long as I could keep climbing, I didn't need anyone else. I'll be at the top. Me! Farewell, partner. Damn it. Cares. Stones. I have money. I can start over anywhere else. You there. Help me carry this gold. This, and this, all it's all mine. Traitors!
裏切った
Traitors.
俺たちは金
That
が欲しいから
requires loyalty first. We're only here for all for your money.
そうそう
Exactly.
君らがガーデシ
Gareth was probably the only one who gave a damn about you.
見ろよ
Look at all this money. It's all ours now. Someone help me. Please. Heathcote. Mr. Therion.
ただいま
In the flesh.
いや
I'm getting
年寄りの冷や
too
水は
old for adventures like this.
あのような料理はもう致
Perhaps
しません
it's time I start acting my age. So happy to see you back safely.
心配をおかけ
I
して
apologize if I made you worry.
まったく知りま
You
せん
had me worried, old man. Pardon?
なんでもない
That's nothing.
それよりも
More importantly,
流石
here are the dragon
も
stones.
う盗まれるんじゃないぞ
Don't lose them this time. I can't thank you enough. Your promise has been fulfilled. I shall remove the badge now. Heathcote, the key, please.
いえ
The key won't be necessary, my lady. What do you mean?
もう外して
A
ありま
lock
す
has already been undone. What?
そのようだな
Is right? When?
一度お嬢様が提案なされた時に
I
私め
discreetly unlocked it when you first suggested it. That was ages ago. Mr. Therion, did you know it was unlocked the whole time?
さて
Would it matter at this point?
それよりも当
So,
然
tell me what's so special about these stones.
ダリウスは大きな
Darius said
力を
they
得ら
could
れるという
grant him some great power. Well,
それは
allow me to answer in your stead, Miss Ravis.
この4つ
The
の
dragon
宝石は
stones are the keys to unlocking the gate of Finis.
フィニスの門
And that is
もし
a
開けば
gate that,
世
if
界のありようが大
opened,
きく変わる
can change this very world. Or so the legends say.
あなたか
It
らすれ
may
ば
sound like a mere fairy tale,
ダ
and
リウスは
yet
そのおとぎ話を信じて
Darius believed it.
ダリウスがあれ
Do
だけ
you
の数の盗賊を
think
引
the
き
dragon stones granted Darius
流
the
石の
power to
力
rule all of those thieves?
わかりま
I
せん
cannot say for sure, but whether or not its power or the gate exists, the Ravis family has been the guardians of these stones for generations.
雲をつかむような
It's a
話だ
great story and everything, Heathcote, but
これにはもう関わりのないことだ
It's got nothing to do with me.
そうでございますね。
Of course it doesn't. Your promise to the Ravis family has been fulfilled. Mr. Therian.
じゃあね、
Well,
もう用はない。
I guess this is goodbye. Mr. Therian,
もう何の関わりもないはずだ。
can't you just let me walk away in
まだ
silence for
何かやら
once?
せる気なのか？
Or is there something else you need me to do? No, of course not.
お嬢様は
She simply came to see you off. You
律儀な。
don't need to do that.
そんなことはあり
I
ません。
understand, but I just had to this time.
お礼を申し
You
上げる
left
前
before I
に
could properly
出
thank
てい
you.
て。では
Without you,
改めまして
who knows what would have befallen my family's heirlooms.
当家の家宝を
But
取り戻して
you
いただ
risked
き
your life to see them
本当
restored,
にありが
and
とうございました。
for that, you have my eternal gratitude.
礼はいらない。
I don't need
取引として
thanks.
やったまでだ。
Like I said, I was just fulfilling my half of the deal.
でも助けていただいたことは事実です。
Even still, the fact that you helped me is undeniable.
そうか。
If you insist.
それで
Where will you go?
さあな。
Wherever my feet take me.
当てのない
So, it's the wanderer's life for you then,
ま、そういう。
more or less.
わかりました。
I wish you a safe journey, Mr. Therian.
私たちは
Farewell.
コーデリア、
Cordelia.
ありがとうよ。
Thank you. Look at that smirk on his face. The third of the fin screens that we've seen. Ooh, stretch, 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 stretch. Oh. This is Therian's theme, which is I'm rather fond of. Let's see now. Egg-seeking girl. Age 12. A girl who found a large egg. She claims it floated down the river to her.
なるほど。
That is quite possibly the shortest description that we've seen yet on a character. But let's see, let's see. Do we want to... We can steal from him. I'm wondering if... There's stuff to steal around town. But also, I'm wondering if the scrutinize would be good to do around town, or if it would be... I wonder if that would just end up being a reading session, effectively. Just going around to every NPC we have and reading and reading and reading. Whether people would like that, or whether people would like for me to do the scrutinize all off-stream. Because it does give us certain things. gives us certain info for quests, certain hidden items. So, which I need to buy. Clarity and Clamor. How many do we have? Okay, those are topped up. Steel. There we go. We may... Let's see, do we want to leave Octopath here? And we will do Tressa's. The last part of Tressa's story. When we stream next. When we stream games next. And then we get to start completely over with 4... I have an idea. Tressa's Chapter 4 may be a little much, but I know something that might not be too much. I do need to change some things. Okay, well, I'll change all of that once we get in there. But there is a place where nope, that's not the way. Which way to... We're trying to get to the shrine in the bottom center of the... Oh, I'm sort of overlapping the radar there. But... Hello, strange foes. I'm going to flee. So there is... This is the way down that way. But here... How do we get... Is it here? It is! Okay, there we go. We did this once here. I've done 2 full playthroughs of Octopath, this being my 3rd. I can never remember where these secret shrines are. Danger level. Level 50. Which is, I believe, higher than any... other area in the game. We have to make it to... Here we are. Okay, there is another save point there. So I am going to start changing things around a little bit. Do I need any changes here? These 2 are the 2 I can change. I don't think we need. Oh, I do need to make sure that Cyrus knows. Probably Steora's prophecy? Yeah, probably Steora's prophecy. Are there any... Doter's Charity? And... Dancer? Saltige Seduction. Target 1 foe. Okay. And then I need to change some of the equipment around potentially for magic defense. We already have a relatively high magic defense to begin with. Do we need... oh, but that's all minus evasion. Ack. Oh well. I think that won't need any changing, but the support skills absolutely will. We don't need that. We need... second wind. I think we need saving grace. Saving grace. Saving grace. There we go. And same here. Status and ailments and attributes penalties inflicted upon it. Will last one additional turn. Double loot. I don't think I care about loot this time. Saving grace, increase phys attack. Is there any... let's see, when the character... equipping character selected with blah 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 blah. No. And cover. Well... senses. No need there. I think we're good to go. This is going to probably hurt a fair amount. But we'll see what we can do. Hi, random golem. You weren't what I was talking about. Here we go. A voice echoes through your head. Hail, traveler. I am Balogar, the Runeblade. Thou wouldst learn the lost secrets I hold? Then first, I must prove thy worth. Step forward. And you're in luck. Whoever's here, it's the first viewers in 4 streams to be able to get to hear this particular track. Do I want to analyze or do I want to... can I do debuffs? Augment an ally's physical crit rate, BP, shooting stars. I think we'll just go with shooting stars for now, just to cover the 3 weaknesses. There we go. We have 2 weaknesses already. And that's unfortunate. We need to probably analyze one more time. Speed, phys def, elemental attack, and physical attack. Shackle, corrosive, show speed. Wait a minute. We can do this to see. No, not a weakness. Oh, I know what she needs to do. Heal more. And poof, everyone has 5 point some odd K HP. And can tank 2 point some odd K attacks now. Which is really, really nice. And with Primrose's heals, we can get HP even higher. The Saving Grace passive that I gave everybody allows for heals to exceed a character's max HP. But you can't keep stacking. So it has to go into white HP first. Right now we're in green HP, right? So it has to go below max once before you can then boost it back above. Let's see, and let's analyze this real quick. And how much HP does he have? 197k? Oh, and we didn't analyze that. Okay. That's unfortunate. It's not physical attacks that are hurting us. So is there anything he can do that isn't just... look, let's just do this. This will at least take care of the weak point there. And then I think Tress's job is just to put Reflective Veil on people. Not the person I wanted to, but that will do for now, I suppose. And I need to make sure that Rehab goes on Primrose. Because if she ends up in a state where she can't cast, the party may be doomed. Rune of Ice. Ow. Let's just heal Tressa. And then... we'll do heal more. And one last analyze to get the last weakness. Axe. Okay, that is workable. We don't have axe here. But... we can actually break Balogar's defense this turn. Star's here, shooting star. And there we go. And that gives us most of 2 turns. And Tressa's going first next turn. And I need Tressa to do Ulfric's Auspices, I think. Which makes a target do things twice. And in the meantime, I think... will this work? Is it 30k a pop? I think that's 30k a pop. I hope this character does a lot of damage. 8k for 30k leaves. I don't... not the best. CLT, Seduction. Ally that usually targets one foe, all foes. We don't need that. And this is an AoE dagger spell. So I think... Chocolate foes attacks? Or will... let's just try Steel SP. 7.4k damage. Not the worst thing in the world. Daughter's Charity. And then this is Saltija Seduction again. Actually, Poison might be a good strategy, or maybe just not using the BP might have been a better strategy. Oops. We'll keep rehab on Primrose. Okay. Tressa will get BP this turn. She'll do this. Skills performed by a single chosen ally will trigger twice. And then we'll do Cyrus. Oh, I need to send Twitch on an ad break real quick. And there we go. And sorry about the sound cutting out, as always. Dancer skills. Peacock struts? Peacock strut, yeah. And that'll give Cyrus max turns of Peacock strut. And then Cyrus can go 1, 2, 3. Shooting star. And this should hit for 999 times 2. So that's 60k a pop. So all we need to do is set Cyrus up for that thrice. Can we steal? We can. That's a weird thought. Share SP. Let's just shackle for now. That'll at least keep his physical attacks. Her physical attacks? Okay, so the weaknesses don't change. Which means that Primrose is going to be able to hit that weakness fairly well. I need Moonlight Waltz there. Primrose can do 3 attacks this turn, 4 next turn. Oh, Cyrus acts twice, so each of these is going to do 2 weaknesses. Okay. Okay. I'm going to defend this turn with her. And Tressa needs to do... donate BP? And Primrose will have enough BP next turn. Axe stacks. And there we go. Then Tressa will be able to boost BP with Cyrus. Okay. Peacock strut just to... What? Well, let's go Peacock strut just to keep him nice and topped up. 2, 3. Shooting star. And then there's another shooting star. Donate BP. And then Tressa has to donate another BP to Cyrus next turn to get him topped up to 3, because he used... When you use a boosted move, the next turn you don't gain any BP. Apothecary. Bows. Hello. What are you doing back there? Not messing with the cords, I hope. I think summon elderly woman here. It's probably the best. Oh. There we go. I'm getting Balbs into my lap here. There you go, Balbs. You can relax. It's okay. And Cyrus is buffed, so let's do... Right, it was 7 point something K. Stab, stab. And then I think Cyrus may just finish this. Let's see how it goes. Oh, not quite, not quite. There we go. There we go. And that allows us. Unto thee, who hast proven thy worth, I impart the lost secrets of the heavens. You unlocked Rune Lord as a secondary job. And Rune Lord. Oh boy, Rune Lord. Jobs. Tressa. Rune Lord. Look at her. Valkyrie Tressa. And we'll actually shift Primrose over to Cleric, I think. Which means we have to get all of the skills over again. But no, we don't. Definitely. She has all those skills. Transfer rune. This one. It allows some wacky shenanigans. And then we'll just get the rest of the runes here real quick. And then Balagard's blade takes 5k. Okay, deal damage for each of the 6 elements to single foe. Weapons the user attacks with will deal, right? Skills that normally target yourself alone target your allies as well. So transfer rune is originally meant to go, hey, I'm putting runes on myself. This will instead give me runes and everybody else runes. But Tressa has another skill that targets herself. It gets a little wacky. Let's see, is everyone's JP used up? Wait, what do we have yet to learn for... Okay, Elephant's Enlightenment. 3 turns. Spells cast by a single chosen ally that usually target all foes will instead be... Right, that's the only hit one foe thing. Okay, well, we need to get Cyrus a certain skill from Warrior. Okay, we'll teleport back to... what do we want to teleport back to? Greenport, Cold Shore, Stoneguard. We're here. Arsalan. Sunshade. Could go back to Sunshade. Victor's Hollow. Wait a minute. Was that the Shrine of the Archmagus? There's this one, and I think one more that we need to get. I don't remember where it is. That's Steora's Shrine. Shrine of the Starseer. Trader. Is this it? No, that's Healer. Warbringer. Okay. I think next time after we do Tressa Chapter 4, we'll do Warbringer and Archmagus. Oh, but I probably need to actually teleport back to town somewhere. Let's do Stoneguard. I think Stoneguard had really good music. This sort of soft strings, like bum, 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 reminds me a lot of something from Super Smash Brothers Melee. That's what I want to say. Not this part, just the intro. Wonder how strong these people are. I think we might have to go back to maybe the theater to get the strongest. Anyway, I'll close that for now. Thank you for staying with me for this long, everyone. Let's see, shall we do a little raidy raid? Let us raid. Let's see. Oh. Herm. Let's raid Fiddle. Not Fiddle. Whiffle. There we go. Gonna be an itty bitty raid, but for yeah, I guess yep. Ta-ta for now. I will hopefully be back tomorrow with another stream. Hopefully music, but if that's only if my body cooperates. And otherwise, see you next stream. Ta-ta for now. See you on the other side of the raid.